What up, y'all? Sticks and Politics. So I'm gonna talk about something, and this is something that I've experienced, and I hear prominent men talking about this a lot. And it's basically the gentrification of the black community. Back in 1950s and the 1960s, black communities had their own schools, they had their own churches, they had their own stores. They were pretty much self-reliant. Like they had their own shit. And the government stepped in and pretty much started incentivizing the black woman to kick out their men and take government aid. And people were actually surprised at how the black woman responded. It wasn't to better themselves or do anything like that. It was to simply have more kids so that way they can get more money. Now, what would be the purpose of this? And my reasoning my thought pattern has come about this in one simple way. It's because I'm from the South. I'm Scandinavian, so I'm not white, but I do look white. So I have a lot of, I could basically intermingle with any group and get by and be considered one of them. So anyway, let me get back to my point. So I was working for this company, and the company was named Bryant Electric, and we was building a place called Embassy Suites, and this was up in Concord, North Carolina. And I had this guy that I worked with. He was from California. You know, he spent his entire life in prison, and he talked like a California Mexican guy. And you know, man, Holmes, just go fucking do this. I say, let's go, yeah. Fucking spoke like that. But this dude, he spent his entire life in prison because whenever he was 13 years old, he beat his father to death with a hammer. And how California prisons operate: if you're white, you stick with whites; you're black, you stick with blacks; Mexicans, you stick with Mexicans. So he had a real obscured view of the world, and by obscured I mean fucked up. And growing up in the South, I didn't really fit in with a whole lot of people because my dad is black, and I got made fun of a lot. I got talked shit to, and all this other junk. But I started hanging around with this dude, man, because you know he smoked green and I smoked green. So me and him, I mean, we just hung out, and I like listening to a story because you know I've never been to prison. You know, I find that shit a little bit fascinating. But one day, me and him was chilling. We was playing, I think it was PlayStation 3. This is how long ago this was. And my mama come over to my house, and she brought me a meal. And it was her and my dad. And she brought my meal, and she brought me a plate of food. And she walked out, and she told me she loved me, and she said goodbye. And fucking old boy, he was sitting there. He looked over at me. He said, "Damn, Holmes, I didn't know your mama dated a black man." And say, "That's fucking cool." And I looked over at him because you got to think, man, this dude has got Maltese crosses tattooed on him. He's got double lightning bolts, which is synonymous with the Aryan Brotherhood and white power. And he's got Hitler tattooed on his fucking chest. So, I mean, this baffled me a little bit. And I was like, damn, dog, what the fuck, man? I thought you hated black people, man. Like, what the hell is this? And he made a statement that stuck with me and really fucked me up and made me really contemplate what the fuck is going on. But he told me, he said, "Man, you really think you really think fucking racism died, dog?" He said, "Racism didn't die, homie." It's like, let me explain it to you this way, cuz it's like I could go out and I could just start killing black families, and I'll be arrested in prison and be put on the death sentence within 2 to 3 days, man. I wouldn't get very fucking far. It was like, well, how can you kill them without actually killing them? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? And he was like, take women like your mama, essay, and you have them fuck them and have them mate with them, and then they'll have little mixed babies, And then them mixed babies will have sex with more white people. And then guess what? Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. An entire black family is dead and gone. Racism never changed. Racism didn't die, y'all. It evolved. This government has manipulated and created a black woman that does not respect their men. And black women actually believe that they do not need their men. And this was by design. This was not an accident. This was completely and utterly well thought out and well fucking planned. This is the destruction of the black nation. That's what this is. So what's the point of this video that I'm trying to make? My fellow black brothers, my fellow black sisters, I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I really want y'all to listen to me. And I don't want you to look at what you think my skin color is, because fuck all that. We're all red on the inside, motherfucker. So I want y'all to really look, and I really want you to think. You're women. Y'all have sons. Y'all have brothers. Y'all have fathers. Is this the future y'all want for y'all's black men? Is this the future that you want for yourselves? Do you really want to be the cause of the destruction of your own community? Racism ain't died, y'all. It's evolved. I hope that this can make it, and a lot of people can understand and realize that, yo, we're not enemies. The real enemy here is the systematic system that wants to break us apart and fucking divide us. Because this whole false idea of unity and diversity and all this other bullshit, it's not here to help us. It's here to hurt us. So I hope y'all can take something from my story, and I hope y'all can learn something from it, because whenever it boils down to it, America is a melting pot of different cultures and people and races, and I would like to keep it that way. I do not think that The Simpsons, we're all one color, is a good thing. I think that there's different people for a reason. I believe God made us all beautiful and unique for a reason. We need to keep our uniqueness. We need to actually promote our uniqueness and not try to diminish it and kill it off and just mix it all together, because that's not good. But I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Sticks and Politics. I hope y'all take something from my story. I hope y'all learn a little bit something from it. But y'all have a good day. Sticks and Politics out. Scap!